Hi guys, good evening. So I'm this book called The Wyndham, spelled Wyndham, Hollow Mystery. And the author's name is Cassie Rush. So she's also got a website you can visit, is http:// things. Cassie Rush with a C, so CASSIE Rush books.com. And Cassie is a British author of cozy mysteries. She lives near Southwold. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, being British myself. Southwold, which inspired her Eastworld by the Sea series. So she lives near Southwold, which is a lovely place that inspired her to write a particular series of hers called Eastworld. She's a big fan of Agatha Christie and has been for most of her life. And she's also a lover of history due to having had such amazing teachers during her schooling years, which, you know, can happen, can't it? If you're blessed enough to have really good teachers in a certain subject that can just grip you, you can like learn so much in that space. I did myself have a good history teacher, and then things got shaken up. But I think you take from history in school, you know, what you're going to take away from it, because perhaps not everything that you research and study is your cup of tea or whatever. I particularly remember studying about the Aztecs. Oh, so gruesome, but wow. It was like, whoa. I don't even know if they teach little ones that subject anymore, because it's just really wow. You know, think about the film Apocalypto. Enough said on that subject. And then I remember learning about the Vikings and the Saxons and all of that, and, you know, invading of countries and stuff. And we did pottery classes where we made sort of like clay plates with like designs in and stuff, and to kind of mimic, I suppose, pastimes back then, like what they did, because pottery was a big deal back then. And what was the other thing we learned which really gripped me? Things like the mythological stories of like Zeus and Hercules and Jason and the Golden Fleece and all of that. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, I can attest to also liking history in school as well. She also writes under another pen name, Caroline Goldsworthy. But this pen name of hers is where she writes like thriller-based stories. So she attests to these stories being like a lot darker, far less cozy, if cozy at all, and, you know, giving sort of thriller, chiller vibes. So I did try to find the book on Amazon, because I got this as an EPUB file, but I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere, I couldn't find it for the cover, so I've just taken a screenshot of the cover that came with the file that Cassie sent me. So I'll attach this to the video thumbnail when this is finished, so you guys can have a look and just keep an eye out for the book cover, or even reach out to Cassie and just say, please could I have a copy of your book to read, because Emma has suggested it. It's a really good story. It's really good. It really is. So a couple of things to note here are that, oh, excuse me, I'm just gonna adjust my camera. I feel like half of me has been cut off. So just get my notes in order. Okay, here we are. So immediately when I started reading this, I was given Harry Potter vibes, in the sense of there's an element of mystical and magical that meets youth in the world of sort of like private education, and back in the days of like horses and carriages. So think circa 1800s, Georgian era. I think Bridgerton kind of puts you there. So yeah, there are notes of student camaraderie in a magical world based out of Wyndham Hollow. So you've got the school energy there. You've got the friends who make fast friendships before going on their misadventures. There's that feel of strictness from some teachers. Oh, sorry, my drawer's not shut properly. And the different temperament of the teachers depending on the situation that the students might find them in, like the subject they're learning, or whether it's, you know, someone in a more senior role throughout the school. So I was getting all the nice sort of vibes I pretty much got when I read Harry Potter, which is nice because I do like those books a lot. I read them when I was 15, literally back to back. Like, I could not put them down. So we have some main protagonists here. We have Gayle and Sylvia and friends, and they follow clues toward the mystery of a spirit haunting the surrounding woodland area. And they don't have a lot to go on other than the ghost's name and the year of the ghost's passing, circa around 1815, which is mentioned in the book. And I have put here, like, think Bridgerton era. So the ghost is named, but also is known as the White Lady. And there's kind of a link to Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn, and historical figures of that time as you get further down into the story. So that you can expect as a reader to be captivated as you follow the characters journeying, you know, to the discovery of, you know, who is this mysterious white lady? And she is actually seen by the characters as well. So again, it brings that sort of element of magic, mysterious vibe, because I instantly think of like the headless ghost in Harry Potter, you know, the whole thing of, you know, there's a way to be undead in certain circumstances. Oh, excuse me, Ollie. It's been a busy day. Children have been running amok, and tomorrow we have a day that's kind of a named day for the area where we live, which happens every year. So the children are all going to get dressed up when they go to school, and the girls can have like pretty flowers in their hair, and it'll look really lovely. So I've been super busy, like getting everything ready for tomorrow and keeping my 4 children, well, 3 children, because my teenager kind of keeps herself to herself. She's in that stage of life, which yeah, when I'm thinking I've got books to read and I have books to write, but I love you, darling, and we'll play 1 round of your favorite card game 3 rounds later. Yeah, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love being a mummy. I'm very blessed. So where am I now with my notes? So yeah, the story brings back historical figures such as Henry VIII and mention of the Boleyn sisters, and I think that really places in the reader's mind where events have taken place, and then you can kind of imagine ye olde England, medieval vibes. I'm sure we've all seen the Boleyn sisters. Many of us have seen the Boleyn sisters, and isn't there a depiction of Henry VIII as well? I'm thinking of the film that features Scarlett Johansson in. That's an intense movie. So some other books that Cassie has written are her East Wold by the Sea series, which I mentioned earlier because she lives near a town that inspired her to write this series. So some of the book titles that she mentions on her website are Raising the Roof, Literary Murder, On the Stroke of Death, and A Slice of Murder. And I looked on my Kindle and I do believe I found those books on there. So I'm not quite sure why I can't find The Wyndham Hollow Myseried. Maybe it's yet to be released, but I have been given permission to do a review for her. So maybe she just wanted to review before, obviously, it goes live. And then she has her Lady Gayle series, which I'm guessing links to Gayle in this book because the spelling is the same, Gayle. And the 3 stories mentioned here are Summer's Slain, Summer Nights, as in Knight in Shining Armour. You gotta love a whole Knight in Shining Armour story. And Summer Secrets. I think there's a couple of other books she's written as well, but those are the ones that kind of jumped out at me when I had a little look at her website, which is really, really really good. It gives a really nice biography about Cassie, and the fact that she has this other author name with darker stories, which I'll be interested to read actually, because I do like a good thriller. And I'm just checking, haven't missed anything out here. Nope, I think that was it for those notes. So yeah, I think I can really say I don't really want to give massive like spoilers or anything like that. There is definitely murder mystery whodunit vibes as well to a particular character, which I won't mention because, like I said, I don't want to give spoilers. And my main takeaway from this is a perfect book for myself if I was having a quiet afternoon, the children are at school, I'm taking a break from writing, and I'm just having me time, and I've got a nice cup of tea or maybe a slice of cake or something, and I'm just like, oh, it does tick all the cozy boxes, definitely. So it's got 5 stars because it's very well written. The storyline is understandable from beginning, middle to end. It's enjoyable, it's entertaining. What else was I going to say about it? Yeah, and I think this could be a great companion for people who are going on holiday. Maybe you're going on a journey, maybe you've got a train ride, or you're going on a plane, or you're going on a boat. It'd be great to take on a cruise with you, definitely. And if you are a fan of historical fiction, and even with factual bits interwoven, I think this would definitely be up your alley, absolutely. I've read a few stories that bring historical characters back to life through the story. One of them actually being Anne Boleyn in a totally different setting. It was an erotic novel that I read by author Delta James, and it was in her collection of the Masters of the Savoy. If you like 50 Shades of Grey or any of that scene, do check out Delta James. She's really, really good. The stories that she molds together are really good, and of course it has all the spicy meatballs in there. Oh my god, so spicy, so spicy. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I can't read these books in the summer. I'm just like, I'm gonna spontaneously combust, you know. At least with a cozy, you know where you are, you feel safe. Not like you're about to go bang. But yeah, it's interesting how, you know, 2 poles in modern day life and make you appreciate that these people existed and they went through, you know, the times of the trials that they went through back then, and how it was such a different time back then as well. And I really want to read, I don't know if she shared with me, I might already have one of her Caroline Goldsworthy books. If I have got one, I'll definitely do a review on that because it's a different genre, it's darker, and it, you know, thriller chiller vibes. I'm all into thrillers, especially when it's, you know, raining and you just want to get under the covers like before you're going to go to bed, and you're like, oh, I want to have that feeling of my heart racing, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going to happen? I love that. I absolutely love that. I love a book that when it's deathly quiet and I can sit there and I'm reading and I can feel my heart just like pounding away inside of me, and I'm like, oh my god, no. Like if it's a running scene or something, like run, oh my god. So yeah, but anyway guys, I hope you've liked my review. I hope I have piqued your interest into Cassie's books and who she is as an author. And yeah, don't forget her website is http:// put my teeth back in, // Cassie Rush Books. So it's Cassie with a C, CASSIE, CassieRushBooks.com, and you can see all her book titles. If you go on Kindle, let me see actually, if I fire up my Kindle before I sign off on the live, one momentito, you'll see that her book covers are beautiful. Really, really beautiful book covers. Let's find one. Here we are. This is from her Lady Gayle Summer Mystery. So I'll click on that one. Oh, hang on, I'm not actually in my Kindle this video, so maybe you might have some luck. I love my Kindle. I got my Kindle back in on. Oh, why are you not? Right, search Kindle. Let's see what comes up. It's the cover, really lovely. Sorry guys, it's live and technical glitches happen. Okay, now it's not connecting at all. Oh, I jinxed it. I was saying how amazing my Kindle is. Come on. What is going on? This is so weird. Maybe it's my hot. My hotspot's turned off. No wonder it wasn't working. That's weird. Okay, my hotspot is now connected, she says. Let's try again. Okay, I want to go to the store. How do I refresh this? As you can see, I'm not overtly technically savvy. My husband's the technical guru. He's a software engineer, so he does all the coding and fantastical things. I just really want you to see these book covers because they're incredible. Right. Cassie Rush. Right, come on. Just brought up some book titles, so I'm hoping that means that it will. No? Pray it works. I just don't know why my internet is so sketchy. What is going? Right, I've gone on the main internet. What's it called? Web browser. Right, here's one that is really good. Okay, I can just click on the picture and it should get bigger. Okay, make it bigger. Okay, here we are. Just unplug it from my charger for a minute. So that's one of her book covers, which is really nice. It's sort of giving 1920s vibes. Really pretty with like the hairband design and the sequin dress, and yeah. So her book covers are really, really, really lovely. So that's about it, everybody. Here I will show you like some more of her books. That's my daughter yelling in the background. So those are some more of her books. We've got Literary Murder, On the Stroke of Death, Raising the Roof, Slice of Murder. So yeah, go have a little peruse, go and have a look. I can definitely vouch for her. She's a really good author, and you'll love her books. If you like cozy murder mystery, sort of Murder She Writes vibes, I don't know if Hallmark, you could make, yeah, I think Hallmark, if you like Hallmark TV programs, this would be right up your street, definitely. So that is it, everybody, for this evening's review. Sorry about the faux pas with the flipping internet. It's just one of those things, I guess. But yeah, the next book I am reviewing, I have got my list. I cannot survive without my lists, and I cannot find my list. Where is my list? The next book I'm reviewing is That's the Spirit by Mallory Pierce. So that's the second book I shall be reviewing. I'm going to see if I can get on here tomorrow to do that story, because I'm trying to read a book a day at the moment. It's a bit of a challenge I've set myself, but I'm hoping I can do that. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, thank you so much for sitting and listening to my review. I hope I have piqued your interest in the author. I genuinely really enjoyed her book No End, and I will definitely be getting more of her books to read. So she's definitely on one of my favourite authors to read from now, which I love. So yeah, all right, guys, take care, and I will see you guys on my next live. All right, guys, take care for now. Bye.